I got plans to see. What's up, family? It's your boy Twan D, the student, one half of Fans Know the Game 2. We welcome everybody to our new sports channel. For those that do not know us, we are one half of the Mud Podcast on Mud TV. Go check us out over there on our main channel and support. Oh shit, my bad. And support the pod. But right now, as I said, man, this is Fans Know the Game 2. We welcome y'all to this channel. It's episode 2, and what this channel is for more than the casual fan, the person that look at the game a little bit deeper, analysis, and feel like fans know the game too, right? Because all us done sat in our living room. We done said some shit, and all of a sudden the announcer say the same thing. You looking at your wife like, baby, they need to give me some headphones. They need to do. So that's what the purpose of Fans Know the Game 2 was. My co-host right here, I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
What's going on, guys? You know me as Green. I am too, one half of the world famous Mudslingers, and we are bringing to you Fans Know the Game 2. It's already a rundown of sports. We've already been doing it kind of in the beginning of the show. We just wanted to break it down into its own entity. And as Twan D said earlier, please stop what you're doing. Hit the subscribe button right now to this channel. Then go over to Mud TV. Hit the subscribe button there if you haven't already. And hit the bell
sub button, baby,
on both of them so you'll be notified whenever we drop that heat.
And we here, and we dropping that heat. And YouTube is hating. So hit the bell for all notifications, but make sure you check the feed as well. But we here, man, episode 2.
Episode 2.
So we gonna get into it. Some NBA playoffs. Some teams. Yeah. Let's start with some awards.
Wow.
Well, let's start with the Coach of the Year award. Thibodeau was officially named Coach of the Year. Rundown of New York's story, because that's exactly, in my opinion, why he won it. The story of New York. They made it seem like New York hadn't made the playoffs longer than Phoenix hadn't made the playoffs, but that's neither here or there. And yeah, I just think it was a sexier story. Shout out to Tibbs. He did an incredible job with the team, turning the team around, obviously instituting his DNA that we know from the Chicago days. Obviously, you know, Julius Randle becoming an all-star this year. But let's not forget his numbers last year. He was ascending, right? We drafted him, the Lakers. It's a Laker pod. We drafted him saying he will eventually be an all-star in this league. So shout out to Julius, but I just feel for my money and for my time, Monty Williams, who was voted by the Coaches Association, should have been Coach of the Year. So what's your take?
With Tibbs, like you said, and congratulations to Tibbs and congratulations to Monty Williams for both taking home awards. We know awards are just biased and they're all of opinion. Both great stories. We had some great stories out there this year. You could easily throw in, some other coaches who did amazing jobs. Frank Vogel. No. But for real, Tibbs brought his style in, like you said, and lifted a New York team. Were they in the playoffs? No, they weren't. This is their first time in the playoffs in how long?
Since 2013.
And they were what, number 4 seed?
4 seed. They ended up the 4 seed, yeah.
Yes, Tim instituted this style of play, and I think within the next year, New York is going to solidify themselves because a star player is going to go there. Somebody's going to go there. His coaching job, man, he brought those boys together because they were kind of lost last year, right? Yeah. RJ Barrett played better. Mm-hmm. Julius Randle ascended to all-star. He was growing every level, like you said, every year, but he really locked down this year. Yeah. Spirit of Kobe. I think he's going to be the most improved player. Did they already give that out?
Yeah, he already got that.
Oh, well, congratulations to him. That's 2 awards on their team by the press. So it was a bang-up job. I agree with you, but again, Monty Williams did get it over here. I would give it to Monty Williams for, I
mean, the most first place votes, and you got voted Coach of the Year by your peers, But, Coach of the Year is always one of those awards to me where it's just an up-in-the-air award, right? Because you can give it to the best coach on the best team, and then you can give it to the coach that did more with less, or with less expectations, right?
Quinn Snyder could have been Coach of the Year.
I mean, he was number 1 in the whole league.
And what he did is amazing with that team. And what they're doing now?
Yeah, injury all year long.
All year long? Quinn Snyder, remember, we were going to hire him. He interviewed to be the Laker coach.
Oh, wow.
I think when D'Antoni got it.
Wow.
And he went to Utah, so he was big favorite. We were going to hire him, but, the universe makes no mistakes. You could easily give it to one of those 3 coaches. They're all deserving. Congratulations to Tibbs for bringing the Garden State back.
And New York. And
Empire State of Mind.
So the next award.
Question. There's another coach in New York who deservingly in his first year could have gotten Coach of the Year as well.
They weren't going to give him Coach of the Year.
Of course. He wasn't going to pull a Steve Kerr, but I'm saying he did a bang-up job as well, what he had.
I mean, he had a bang-up job all year. You know what I'm saying? I mean, his three best players, Steve Nash, we're talking about, his three best players, only playing 8 games.
Together.
And still ending up the second seed, actually.
The second seed.
They're the second seed. So, yeah, Steve Nash definitely should have got a nod. Wow. Yeah.
Should have got, and that's what I'm saying. So it's
Because it was only 3 finalists. They narrowed every award down to 3. So it was Quinn Snyder, Monty Williams, and Tibbs. So, but yeah, I could definitely see Steve Nash
to get some consideration. So again, it's a matter of opinion. Shout out to all of those coaches because they did a great job this year. MVP? Let's go to MVP, bro.
You want to go MVP?
I'm gonna go MVP. The Joker won the MVP.
Big Jokic.
Shout out to Vegas.
Jokic.
I let it ride on Steph Curry.
Jokic.
He came in third.
Big Joke.
Congrats. Third.
Absolutely.
Third foreign-born player to win the MVP. I was knocking this guy. If you go back a couple of shows to
second back-to-back years, because Giannis had it back-to-back years. So technically, you can say for the third year in a row,
so
a European player has won.
When Luka wins it next year, we're really gonna change the league.
Honestly, it's going to get that because yes, Luka will be coming into next year, and how they've been doing the MVP award, he'll come in the next year and it'll be his to lose. Especially depending on if Dallas makes some moves where they can be top 3 in the West, top 4 in the West.
Top five.
He'll definitely come into the season, and that expectation that they'll put on him, it'll basically be his to lose.
To lose, right?
And you're seeing that now.
If you guys have followed fans of the game from the basis, I was the one who was really doing like the high school and everything, and we're gonna do a show about that because high school right now is changing as well as we're speaking about this because kids are jumping out of high school in their sophomore, junior year to go pro right now. It's because of this, what's going on. Because when we see, what's going on with Luka. So with the Joker, if you go back a couple of episodes of Mud TV, you see when I was talking that Steph Curry was going to win, I was doubting the Joker because I didn't get to see him as much. I've got to see him over these playoffs in a couple games on TNT.
That's a bad mamma jamma, man.
Man, his footwork.
Stupid around the basket. Stupid. His hands, his vision, but his footwork. Man, he did a move the other night, bro. And I swear he went from the right side of the block, turned and laid it in one motion and turned towards, not here, turned towards the middle of the free throw line and just, I'm like, man, the dude in one motion, like his footwork is
he's like the Gasol brothers mixed together.
Stupendous.
If Mark and Powell were like a clone and they put them together, that'd be the Joker.
You better watch out for saying that. Yo, gonna see you at a holiday party and tell your ass, don't ever compare him to
uppercut him. I hit him with a tiger uppercut. Like,
hey man, don't ever compare me to say that two people should be me.
Man, and then he'll ask for my autograph.
I'm not KD. You're not Jay Williams. I'm not KD. You tell me put two people together and it be me.
It's amazing.
This is gay.
I mean, check it out, right? He has the passing ability. He's crazy.
I was trying to give you the youth on the KDJ Will thing.
Oh, no. We'll talk about that. But no, he has the passing ability of Marc Gasol, and he can shoot like Powell. I mean, I saw his footwork. Yeah. This guy is kind of crazy with it.
He nice with it, man. He nice.
When you can make practice moves look unpracticed, like you said, and it's like it's a dance. Mm-hmm. Again, bro, it's like a slow walk.
He damn near averaged a triple double. Yeah, I think he had 26. He had 26, 10, and 8, like 8.5. So,
man,
shout out to Yoke, man, doing this thing, man. My early MVP was Embiid, but once he went out with those games, I mean, Jokic, this really was basically, I mean, without Chris Paul, just consideration more so. But I mean, LeBron goes down, Harden goes down, and he stood until he played all the games.
First player to win MVP
and he went
since
deep.
Kobe.
He went deep.
He's the first player since Kobe to win MVP, play all 82 games.
Look at that. Play all the games. All the games.
He deserved it.
The best of ability is availability.
That's it, man.
You know?
I was saying that. I mean, even if Jamal Murray. Ooh.
Go ahead.
Dirk Nowitzki. With the Nuggets, they were fourth? But they were fourth last year. With Jamal Murray, if he doesn't go down, are they a higher seed? That's all I ask.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I mean, they started off the year rocky. Remember, they were one of the ones that probably was affected by the turnaround of the bubble. being a young team and not, going and locking in. I mean, we've seen what happened with our team to turn around. So I think they started off a little sluggish because of that. And unfortunately, they were, like you said, ascending and they were finding, their way. Jokic was starting to, was running the offense to start the year, but I think the game's going on right now. It'll be a tough series. I think Denver has, what it takes, man. But Phoenix, they just keep hitting their threes. Before we get to that,
man, they're up right now. When you guys watch this, the game will be over. But they're up right now, 44-37.
Okay. So the latest award which was announced tonight, prior to the show, which is Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay.
Rudy Gobert has now won 3 Defensive Players of the Year awards. Last person to do that was
Michael Jordan.
Dwight Howard. Stop, man. Damn, Michael Jordan.
I don't know.
Dwight Howard, Ben Wallace, I think was.
I'm not a statistician, guys.
Ben Wallace was the one before then. That's just off memory.
I didn't even know. I thought Mike won 3.
I think.
Oh, you're saying in a row?
Yeah.
Oh, I really don't know.
Yeah. I think So, and you can fact check me, guys, in the comments.
No.
The last person I think
right,
that I'm confident of that won it 3 times in a row was. If you know, you know. Dwight Howard. So yeah, shout out to Rudy Gobert, man. How do you feel about Rudy Gobert being 3-time Defensive Player of the Year?
Man,
he living up to that. He earning that money, ain't he?
He shut the league down last year. Okay, sorry, dad jokes. Anyways, I one play last night. I went to sleep on the game, literally. I woke up in the middle of the night, couldn't sleep. IPA had me rolling. I turned on SportsCenter and I saw this play, that last play of the game against the Clippers. And before this award was announced, I instantly gave it to him. Did you saw it, right?
Nah, I had a game on, but I was.
Man, he did like a double block on Markieff Morris. It was the last play of the game. Playoff P comes down with the ball to the top of the key.
Lord, Playoff P
passes it to the wing where Kawhi is there, but Bogdanovich was D'ing his ass up. He had that defense on him. He looks like a deer in headlights, and he passes the ball back to Playoff P, who throws the ball cross court to the corner where Markieff Morris is. He goes like a pump fake type joint, so Rudy Gobert jumps and misses. And then when he goes to shoot, Rudy Gobert blocks it.
Game over.
No. The ball came back, and then Markieff Morris shot a crazy shot.
Oh.
But I'm just saying the play, how he doubled. Yeah,
the defensive play.
The defensive play, how I was like, wow, how he blocked that shot. And then Phantom Cam, it was extra crispy. He deserves it.
He definitely plays his eyes. So,
I think when he played against us and how he's making Andre Drummond look, it was
He's a big guy, man. He's a big guy, man. So shout out to him, man. Next Jazz defensive great, RIP Mark Eaton.
Man, it's crazy, right?
Yeah, in that regard.
The Stifle Tower.
So I wanted to talk about something.
Who's the Rookie of the Year? They haven't announced it yet.
No, they haven't.
That's gonna be the last one.
I don't know why.
I mean, you know who it is.
So we got these playoffs going on.
LaMelo?
What the hell is wrong with the Milwaukee Bucks, man? And yes, LaMelo will win, or fuck around be co-MVP, but I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, so what's going on with the Milwaukee Bucks?
I think it's safe to say that Giannis's window of championships is closed already.
If he don't win this year, it will, because the thing that I'm impressed about Brooklyn? It's the basketball intellect that they're showing. They're not just out talented. I'm talking about they running Milwaukee off the line. They forcing them into 1 shots per possession, and it's a bad shot.
Bad shots.
Here's the thing, and the X factor, right? Every run, a championship team has an X factor, whether it's per series or they just do it throughout, the run. Blake Griffin.
Oh my gosh.
And you say, if it wasn't for so-and-so, they wouldn't have won a championship. Blake Griffin is playing like that. He's playing that if they win the chip, you say, if it wasn't for Blake Griffin and how he played throughout these playoffs, I don't know if Brooklyn would have won. Because the way he is playing, the energy on offense, the energy on defense, man, it's crazy.
He's looking like 2010.
It's crazy.
I mean, winning cures all. That is something that they say. This is not a stereotype. People, this guy had 3 dunks last night. He's playing defense. He's in the huddle as the leader. Did you hear him? Come on, guys. He's a dog right now, right?
Yeah, he is.
He's a dog right now, and I hear D'Antoni just barking instructions. But then I heard Steve Nash, and Steve Nash is a born leader already, bro.
Man, did you hear him in the huddle? I thought
that was a player.
I know people are I know people are upset, and stuff like this, or were, but that is a good coach.
He deserves it.
And here's the thing, you know what's so crazy, right? If that was Steve Nash, the player, and he was in the huddle saying that, you know what the announcer would say? One day that guy's going to be a coach in this league. So shut up, guys.
Question: why are we?
Shut up. You can't say that and then use no coaching experience, including high school. But then all this man, basically from when he became MVP on, all you said was, he's a coach on the floor. He's basically a coach on the floor. He's going to be a coach one day. Well, guess what? This is one day.
Yeah.
People kill me. People kill me.
Chris Paul can go straight into coaching.
What?
Right out of the floor, right? There's a lot of them.
So the question I have to ask you. Will the Bucks get swept? They was down by 49 at one point.
It's over. Put a nail in the coffin, stick a fork in them. They might be lucky to get one. But I think already mentally, when you get your ass whooped like that on TV.
And they did.
And it was brutal. They went to, bro, when you go to intentional fouling, your pride is hurt. And I'm talking about flagrant fouling. You know what I'm saying? Just because, you're getting blown out.
Mm-hmm.
And this is without James Harden.
Yeah, man.
You're telling me, again, they're playing defense.
Mm-hmm.
You only need to win 16 games to win a championship.
Yeah.
You only have to play, the triad only has to play defense 16. And James Harden can play defense, bro. They're lucky he's not, bro. Because the second team would be even deadlier. He would run the second team.
It's crazy.
And with the triad, the Bucks, it's over, man.
So it's
mentally,
over.
It's over. Swept. They're getting swept, and there's nothing you can do.
My boy told me, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's no. What are you gonna do? Blow it up? There's no players you can. There's nobody.
Everybody's under the contract. Even the coach got an extension. That's their team. That's the crazy thing about it is that's their team, bro.
And you know what? Kyrie and KD just like. Remember how it was in the West? They just came over in the East. They kind of LeBron. Because now they're going to run the East forever. There's nobody that can stop these guys. Now they're going to run cats to the West. I'm hearing Russell Westbrook to the Lakers. Bradley Beal to the Lakers. Somebody.
I would love that.
I
would love
We're getting somebody, bro. Something is coming to us. You already know Bradley.
This. I mean, I would love
On Cetus, you see what LeBron put up?
Yeah.
You see what he said? I'm coming back. He will have his revenge.
I mean, he's been on the Wash King Revenge tour. We understand,
Brian. Coming back, but bro, he's a Capricorn.
We understand, Brian. You ain't have a bad season. You got an injury.
He just needed a battery in his back, bro. We're just, how it is, man. We got to create something. So now he created this enemy, right? He's gonna whip Anthony Davis into shape. Anthony Davis came out to L.A., started eating those tacos, bro. Remember when he said he came home from the bubble? First thing he did was order all those tacos.
He acting like a lemon.
Yes, and those lemon Ruffles commercials got him fucked up.
Oh man.
Right?
Oh man.
He didn't adjust to that star life. He wasn't used to that. He was in New Orleans.
He had injury problems before.
Yeah, his ego is always hurt.
You know what I'm
saying?
His
pride is always hurt. So, I guarantee he was still at the club out there with his ankle.
We can't talk about teams that are not in the playoffs, even if it's ours. Unless we wake up to a big move.
What are you talking about? This is a Denver
Nuggets.
It's
a Laker pod.
This is a Denver Nuggets pod.
Oh, shit. This is different. So, listen, man. Are the Hawks the real deal?
But what do you think about the Clippers? We haven't got there yet. We haven't got there. The Hawks are the real deal. No. That's going to be...
It's 1-1 going back to Atlanta.
I was going to say.
They did give them a scare at the end of that game.
I was going to say
last game when they was down.
They did what they were supposed to do, right?
As we
they
always
stole
say.
One game, right? In the first game at that. So last night is kind of like a pride game.
They just have a lot of shooting, man.
That's what I say. If they go home to the A, they're going to blow them out.
Philly was trying to come back that game one and they was just no. I was like, just so much shooting, bro.
Did you hear what they said? They didn't go home for film session and watch the game. They just watched the fourth quarter because they gave up 41 points in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. You cannot do that.
Well, like they said, they stopped their pace, and so
it's kind of hard.
Embiid is doing his thing in this series. They're going to need some more offense from Tobias, some more offense from Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons doesn't have a matchup. He can take somebody to the rack all the time.
They're trying to put him on Trae Young to slow down Trae, but Broski, you can only slow him down. You cannot stop him.
Yeah.
I will let Embiid go off.
Did a great. They did a great job on him second half game one. I don't know what he had game two.
You can stop him one game. You're not gonna stop him a series.
Yeah, no.
Hey, the Clint Capella Embiid matchup is epic. Embiid, score 40, score all you want. They're just gonna do like Jordan did back in the day. Score all you want, bro.
Yeah, doing like Shaq.
Speaking of
1-on-1.
Embiid, I think his career is gonna be very, very, because he's bad with the meniscus and the knees and everything. He already didn't play his first 3 years, and he's had injury problems ever since.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna be cut short, and he's I don't care. That dude is not conditioning, bro.
Again, man, these guys that are constantly with this, and you know, you can look at them and tell they're not freaks. They're not guys that dedicate themselves to the gym or dedicate their bodies, man. And you know, that's what what happens when you're playing in the air, especially when you're playing in the air where you're doing a lot more running than you would if y'all big asses was around 15, 20 years ago. You know, it's up and down air, you know, and it's putting more toll on them knees. And if you're not in a good conditioning, eating, sleeping, whatever,
it shows, bro.
You know, hard work don't hide.
That's a great slogan. Hard work don't hide. Remember that one. And while you're remembering that, please stop what you're doing. Hit the subscribe button right now. And while you're at it, after the show, go over to Mud TV. And what should they do?
Hit that sub button too. But right here, hit the subscribe button. Hit
right
all
now
bell for all notifications.
I think Chuck said it best when he was talking about like the KDs and the ADs. When they fall, it looks ugly because they're so big, right? When LeBron falls, it doesn't. You're like, oh, you're like, eh. But LeBron, again, I was just talking to my dude, spends $2 million on his body in the off season.
Right.
Bro can play. Okay, I just told him. I said if Bron gets another star, 4 or 5 years, we'll get at him, right? Because he can play at a. What's your boy Channing Frye said? LeBron should retire because he's averaging under 25 points. What the fuck? You ain't never averaged it. Come on, bro. That's just a hot take. If LeBron gets another player of caliber that can help us sustain and hold it down when Mr. Tissue has to go back home to 63rd. Sorry, I don't even. This is a different show, so I don't even want to bring that energy. I'm not gonna bring that energy. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not even. Forgive me for that one.
Man,
but whenever he's hurt, right? We're gonna need another star to sustain that, so LeBron doesn't have to hold it down. If we get another star for the Lakers, we got 4 or 5 years for Bron, somebody who matches the timeline. But if we don't, maybe 2. Because he's gonna get run down. He's only if he doesn't win titles, we are agreed that he's already solidified his legacy.
Yeah, I mean he did, but as a Laker fan, we need one more. So
we're gonna get one more.
That's what it is with that.
And then we're gonna trade Anthony Davis for Lonzo Ball.
Well,
because 1-on-1, undefeated.
Never lost.
But you can tell the ball boys, they work out. You can see some cats that are in the gym, you know. So again, like you said, Joel Embiid, bro, they might be the Hawks are the real deal. Trey is the real deal.
We'll see.
Clint Capella is not scared of Embiid.
He's got a lot of shooting.
And that too, man, when Bogdanovich and Dalinello Gallinari, who was puffing up at Embiid last night,
can shoot that thing
from inside the line.
You know, John Collins can shoot that thing. So they have a lot of shooting.
They're going back home, bro, to the A.
We're gonna see. So
now the last series is the Clippers and Jazz.
Clippers and Jazz. All right, Clippers and Jazz.
The Clippers.
You kind of touched on it a little bit, you know, last night. I didn't get to watch.
I wouldn't have watched it anyway, but
the game last night. I was glancing at it. It looked like the Clippers jumped out on them early.
They did.
And then it was pretty much a game. I do know this. Donovan Mitchell went ham. Of his 43, he had 30 in the second half.
Man, you want to look at this and say that.
And I remember I said he was Dwayne Wade 2.0. You remind me of Dwayne Wade a couple years ago.
And then Dwayne, man, we're going to talk about that too, bro. I'm not going to bring up the political stuff, but I'm just like, is that cheating? I'm not going to bring up the other political stuff I asked you about.
Talking about the coaching and stuff.
Yeah.
He the owner.
That's another thing. That's kind of just weird. Did he have a purse on last night? Why did he look like Gabrielle Union and Gabrielle Union look like Dwayne Wade?
Listen, that's from TV, man. That's from
I'm just saying. So you talking about Drake? The one who hiding his kid from the world and his world from the kid?
That's from
is that what we talking about? I'm sorry, guys. But no. Yes, in the game last night with Donovan Mitchell, they only won by 2 points. Playoff P and Kawhi were off. And you only won by 2 points. And you had to have an extraordinary half, an extraordinary game, right?
That was the first game of the series?
First game of the series. Remember, they fell down 2 games to the Mavs, sir. They were down, what? Yeah. 2-1.
Oh, you mean the Clippers?
Clippers, right?
Yeah.
They were down 2-0. They lost the first 2 games. Remember, at home?
Yeah, they did.
So it's not, and then came back and won the series. Clippers are gonna beat these guys, bro.
Paul George, what's up with him?
Oh man, he's gone. They're calling him way off P.
I think he was like 4 for 17 or something like that last night.
You asked me a question about Giannis. He blinks out in the playoffs. He's not mentally strong. Playoff P is not mentally strong.
Well, I got something here about the story of playoff P.
The first round, right? He went off. He's a first round king. As the playoffs go deeper,
I got something about old playoff
bro,
P. Hold on.
last night, he went to the free throw line, and the crowd was chanting, "Playoff P, playoff P." Bro, you should have seen his face. Looked like he wanted to cry.
The origin of playoff P. Let's see.
Why give yourself a name like that's doomed?
Because I remember when he said it.
Was it against the Cavaliers and got his butt whooped back then?
It's an ESPN article.
Shout out to Roy Hibbert.
Whatever. It's an ESPN article. I'm not finna read it all. I thought it was a whatever.
A synopsis?
So yeah, you can read it on ESPN. But yeah, man, it's just, like you said, a lot of guys, and with him, he just puts like unwarranted pressure on himself. Like, oh, people are going to have to pay. Like, man, you don't even control a game like a KD or LeBron to make that kind of statement, or Steph to make that kind of statement, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, and here's the thing, Paul George is a great talent, but it's just, again, when you're in the playoffs, you're number one and this is one thing I do agree with Shaq. Your number one and your number two can never be off. They can never be off. Kawhi Leonard was never off in that series. One thing about Kawhi is a machine in the playoffs. Numbers go. He was not off in that last series.
He came on. The series went because I agree with Stephen A. Smith. Luka Doncic has no defense. They should call him Luka Doncic because nothing. You're like Evan Booker.
Well, with a guy like that, you put defenders around him.
Evan Booker too, right?
Yeah, Evan Booker.
Right? Because these guys just can shoot your lights out, but that's about it, guys. Yeah. And without the ball, they can't move. They're not really great players.
Devin Booker's great without the ball.
All right, he's decent. He's good. He's a good
nice.
He's nice. But Luka Doncic's not that decent. I'm lying. But he's a ball controlling player.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But no, man. I honestly forgot what we were talking about.
That's that. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Yeah.
So no. Matter of fact, and we were talking about. See, you know why you forgot? Because we was talking about the basement kids.
Oh yeah.
That's why. Anybody gonna forget what they talking about? If they talking about
we're talking about the Clippers.
See what I'm saying?
That's why,
anybody
bro.
gonna forget? Anybody gonna forget talking about the damn Clippers? What they done?
Check this out.
Anybody gonna forget it?
We talking about Kawhi. You said Kawhi was
your biggest fans is Marcellus Wiley and Billy Crystal. Go ahead.
Who? Why? Hey, The Princess and the Bride was a good movie. Shout out to Billy Crystal. With Kawhi, look at what he's had in the years, bro. When you play with a Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and Manu Ginobili, of course you're gonna be a star, right? When you have a basis, Toronto had a great basis, bro. Yeah. They had Kyle Lowry, Van Fleet, Siakam. Who else did they have there? Baca and Gasol. They had a great coach in Nick Nurse. So it's not like this is the first time when we've seen him.
Really good team.
I don't know why Rondo. I didn't watch the game, but I think Rondo should be leading this team. Last night they brought out Boogie.
They're gonna have to because the team is bigger. See, and this is the thing about rounds after rounds, right? For example, when Denver got JaVale McGee, I knew that was a playoff move. They didn't get him for anybody other than the teams that they were going to run into that were big. That's it.
Didn't they sign somebody else too?
He would have played if we would have played him. If we would have ended up playing Denver, JaVale McGee would be playing in this series. JaVale McGee has no place in this series because after DeAndre Ayton, their backup center is either Dario Saric or Frank Kaminsky. So there's no need for a big. So it's the same thing regarding the Clippers. That's why you saw Zubac a lot, right? But Boogie Cousins only played 6 minutes last night.
That's it?
Why? You need those big.
Oh man, he was like that 6 minutes though was popping.
Exactly, that's what my partner said.
It was popping. It seemed like it was bigger than that.
So that's what I mean. Like
Markieff Morris, bro, is not supposed to be taking your last shot.
Marcus Morris.
Oh, he's taking our last shot? My bad. Sorry. Marcus Morris should not be taking your last shot. Point blank.
You should always have the right. And I get it. I mean,
watch that last play of the game. Playoff Pete comes down center court, passes the ball to Kawhi on the wing. He's like, bro, it really looks like he's confused. He throws it back to P, who swings it cross court to the corner. And it's an amazing play, guys, when you break it down in Phantom, but it just also is showing you, like, at the end of the game, if that would have
That's why y'all got to have my dog Rondo out there.
At the end of the game, like, when LeBron took that shot against Golden State and people like that was like, look, no, he's going to take that shot. You know what I mean? He's made more game winners than everybody besides Kobe. So, again, when the Lakers come down to it, I seen Anthony Davis win playoff games last second. I've seen LeBron. These guys don't want to take that shot because they don't want to live.
That's why when you said Kawhi got the ball, I'm like, okay, so then that should be it. Kawhi should
it, right?
dribble. Whatever you do, if you miss it, you miss it. You make it. But man, you took a team. You sent a team home on a game winner.
Bogdanovich had great defense on him. I'm not going to discount that. But again, you live with it. You live and die with it. This is my team. That's, to me, if you're my star and I see you take that shot and you miss it, I live with that.
Right.
I'm going to ride with you. But when you pass the ball off and then your other so-called star you guys are getting paid millions of bucks, you guys are getting these perks to come to practice whenever you want.
Right.
You're not taking the shot. Right? You put that in the hand of a role player.
Yeah.
You put your
now, in theory, in basketball theory, right? If that's how the play dictates, right? It dictated Jordan to pass off the Kerr. It dictated Jordan to pass to Scotty. Scotty passed to John Paxson. It dictated Kobe to pass to Derek Fisher in Orlando and hit that thing. You know, so if the play dictates that, right? So I didn't see the play. I don't know if the play dictates it. It sounded like it did because I know those guys are not afraid to take the last shot. But to close that segment out about the Clippers, yeah, I just wanted to know what was up with playoff P. Any more basketball?
Oh man, look at this. This is
the play.
This is the last part of it. Right? I tell you, he did like this amazing double block. Guys, he's got to see this, and he'd be able to say it to himself. Let's reel this back.
Yeah, you have to come off it. You have to come off it.
Go back.
In the meantime,
there we go.
Oh, there we go. That's it. What I wanted to say.
But I like what Donovan Mitchell did. He said he wasn't feeling well, but he didn't complain. He went in halftime, got refocused, and put his team on his shoulders. That's what I'm saying. When the game is on the line, man, Donovan Mitchell is taking that shot. But I'm comfortable with Bogdanovich taking that shot as well because he's won a game. I'm comfortable with Jordan Clarkson taking that shot. Rudy Gobert should not be taking that shot. You see what I'm saying? It's just kind of principle. Donovan Mitchell did what he did, and I was asking you. So with Dwayne Mitchell owning the Jazz, and Dwayne Wade owning the Jazz or partial or whatever, he was kind of over there coaching. I'm like, isn't that kind of?
Nope, it's not. He could do it. The luxury of what he has, he could do it. He's just giving him some game.
Hey man, go over there and stick him like this. They're doing this, and I heard him in the huddle. They say they're doing this.
Nah, he can't do that. But I mean, yeah, he can. I mean, he was giving him some game. You know, so you could do that. You can give guys some game.
It just looked weird.
Any more basketball?
Nah, man, we're done here.
No more basketball? Let me ask you this question. It was an exhibition. But if it wasn't an exhibition, who won that fight? Logan Paul or Floyd Mayweather? Even though it was a 50-pound difference, who won? I heard it was a hugging match.
I heard it was a hugging match. I didn't watch it either. It's just kind of like, to me...
Okay, that's what I would say. How do you feel about the whole scenario in the first place?
Bro, shout out to Floyd. You're going to make almost $100 million. I'm not mad at you, bro. No matter what, again, like LeBron, your legacy is solidified. You made what? How many millions off of fighting this Chinese dude a couple years ago? But it's just kind of, it went 8 rounds, bro. With a YouTuber. You couldn't knock a YouTuber out? Even if he was hugging you, you still couldn't hit him in hit him with a jab in the stomach.
I mean, he's 44 and he was 50 pounds heavier than him.
Yeah, I'm a boxer.
That white boy was swole. That white boy was swole, but he gonna get knocked out.
His first fight against a YouTuber, he got knocked out.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing, man.
I know it was kind of like, but I'm like, again, it's an exhibition.
What do you feel about? What do you feel about this whole exhibition concept? I mean,
Soulja Boy created
it. He
did. Oh, remember he challenged Chris Brown?
Yeah. Oh man. This guy is crazy.
And then he's the first one to punch Logan Paul.
Ocho Cinco got touched. He got touched.
He was better than Nate Robinson.
Yeah.
He fought better than Nate Robinson. He got touched, but he got right back up. He got up quick because he knew I'm not gonna be a meme.
Yeah.
He knew that's the only thing in his mind subconsciously. He was knocked out. Shout out to the algorithm. But in his mind, he already prepared himself. He was hypnotized before the fight. If I get knocked down, I'm not going down like Martin against Tommy, and I'm not going down like Nate.
I don't want to fight no more. Yeah.
I'm not going to be poop booty like Nate.
Yeah, nah, for real, man. So, I mean, I enjoy the big boxing.
Chad raced a horse.
Do fast. I enjoy the big, big boxing matches, but from what I'm hearing, it seems like the boxing world, they can't get the best fighters together. So this thing is kind of starting to creep in and just become a thing from. But then the fans are complaining about it being a hugging match. It's like, it's a shame. I will say this, boxing.
He got some hits now. He got some.
I will say this, boxing. It's a shame when the sport is still relying on a 44-year-old semi-retired guy.
That's the thing. Nobody wants to watch boxing, bro. Now, Manny Pacquiao is gonna fight somebody or something like that.
That's a shame.
You're gonna see Conor McGregor fight. This is the new world, guys. Nobody cares about boxing. MMA is about to die too. It's just so disgusting, right?
Because Conor ain't, you know what I'm saying? Conor was, yeah.
I mean, they got some fighters, but it's not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nah, you for real.
WWE is about to sell. This is crazy. Welcome to the new world, guys. You're not gonna see like there's no pound for pound fighters or anything, not in my opinion.
Speaking of that, man, I've been on Nitro a lot, man. Shout out to WWE Nitro.
Sting wrestled, bro. Had a great match the other week, bro. I mean, and they said he would never wrestle again. He was at Double or Nothing, and he had a match against Scorpio Sky and them. It was a great match, and that's something we thought we'd never see. In that era, what era are you in?
I'm in 96, man. I'm in my nostalgia bag.
I'm just saying that you said it was it was the madness.
So right now,
Macho Man.
Right now it's beef. It's beef with Flair and the Four Horsemen and Kevin Sullivan and Luger and Sting. Got their thing going on.
That Bash at the Beach type era.
Yeah.
This ain't the NWO.
It's a little bit before it's about to happen.
This is the snap into the Slim Jim. He still was wearing the red and yellow. Let me tell you something, mean jeans.
This is like Hollywood Hogan came for a little while because they killed Hulkamania.
That's what I'm saying. So that was the beginning
of the NWO. The Giant came.
Because you said the Four Horsemen and Kevin Sullivan. That's like Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, no, that's Kevin Sullivan.
What was the name of that match when they were in the Triple Cage of Darkness?
Kevin Sullivan and the Giant, who came as Andre the Giant's son.
Of course, Paul White.
Big Show.
Big Show. But they had that one match at Halloween Havoc. The Triple Cage of Darkness or something.
Yeah, but that's early 90s.
Yeah, that's
I mean, this is mid 90s that I'm in.
You're 94 though.
I'm in 96.
You're 96?
Yeah.
96 was my year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and it's about to. Yeah, I'm in 96.
Oh yeah, you about to go into that area. Are we in Sting with the Buzz do or Sting the Crow?
No, but he's black. His hair's black on the side now.
Okay.
He's starting to, but his hair's black on the side and he has the blonde right here.
Okay.
So no more high top blonde Sting.
Still gray, still green tights. Stinger splash before the Stinger death drop, of course.
Yeah.
Stinger death drop came with the Crow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Great. We can talk about wrestling on this.
Hogan still. Yeah, exactly. Hogan still in like I said, he switched to Hollywood Hogan, but he was the good Hollywood Hogan, and then he went back to.
Oh, so he was Hulkamania, and then he went to Hollywood Hogan.
Because the Legion of what was it? Legion of Doom killed Hulkamania is what they say. Remember when Giant came in and snapped his neck? And took the belt from him. He didn't ring the bell. He actually took it, had it for a couple weeks. Yeah. See, man. See, I was a WCW guy, man.
Back in there.
I was a WCW guy. I remember all this stuff. So when I'm watching it, bro, I'm actually watching it like it's a Netflix show because they have it by episodes. It's seasons and episodes.
Like Monday Nitro. Nitro.
So I'm on like season.
Nitro Girls.
I'm on like season.
Buff Bagwell.
I'm on like season 3, and no, he's still a part of the tag team group.
With
the Heavenly Bodies or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So super dope, man. Super dope.
Hit me up when you get to Scott Steiner becoming the Big Bad Booty Daddy. Big Papa Pump. That was Big Papa Pump was my all time favorite. I mean, Sting is one of them, but just all-time favorite WCW wrestler is Big
And like
Papa
I said,
Pump.
at the time, you can see why they was kicking WWE's ass because it was 96. So that's what Stone Cold said the famous 316 line in 97 SummerSlam. SummerSlam or 99?
It's King of the Ring.
King of the Ring. I'm sorry, 97 or 99.
That was like 99. That was 3 years after.
Right,
bro.
so that's 3 years before Stone Cold.
They were kicking their ass.
The Rock is a young Rock, so those characters wasn't developed yet. So they had.
And in WCW, he still wasn't there. Steve Austin when he left at WCW.
He wasn't there in 96.
Okay.
He wasn't there in 96. So that's when Dean Malenko had came in. Chris Benoit had just got there.
Four Horsemen. They were the Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
It was a small Four Horsemen. Perry Saturn.
Flying Brian Pillman is in the Four Horsemen right now, but the crazy.
He's the crazy one.
Yeah, the crazy one.
Oh man.
That crazy version.
He had the biggest gimmick pull in wrestling ever. When it's gonna come later on down the line, where he pulls a stunt. And has them rip up his contract in WCW, but it's a real contract, and he goes and signs with WWF like the next day. It's crazy. Ryan Pillman was that wasn't an act, guys. They just allowed him to start being himself. He was on like heavy drugs. When we talk about wrestling back in the 90s, it was a trip. I'm watching a lot of the biographies now that are great.
I gotta watch those.
Man, our dude, Bret Hart was just on there. I've seen Stone Cold. That's a great one. Booker T. Cactus Jack is the one I missed. Who else did they have on there? Roddy Piper, Shawn Michaels, great story. Ultimate Warrior next week.
Oh, Ultimate Warrior was character wise, he was one of my favorite characters.
I actually seen him wrestle.
If not my favorite character.
He's a prick. I saw him wrestle Hercules Hernandez in Mount Dora at a WWE match. He came in there in the main event, little punk ass squash match. He hit him with the trash can. After the match was over, we all stood outside. People would sign autographs. He just walked out like it wasn't none. It wasn't like a super crowd, bro. It was like 8 people. Warrior. But no, character-wise, not a great wrestler. He's like Goldberg.
Yeah, definitely one of my favorite characters, man. So yeah, we're gonna have more
Jake the Snake, man.
WWE talk and all that.
WWE, WCW. I get into all the new shit, bro. I'm on WWE.
Yeah, see, I watch it just because of nostalgic of it. I can't get into.
I'm on AEW.
I can't get into the characters
Impact.
now. Just the aesthetics.
New Japan Wrestling.
Yeah.
I'm on it, man. I'm all on that, man.
Jushin Thunder Liger.
Wow, no, man, that guy been retired like 2 years ago, bro. they deaded him.
Listen, man, we thank y'all for coming through for episode 2, shooting the shit with us, man. This is just really what it's gonna be, shooting the shit basketball wise. We ain't gonna come up here and sound like we professionals, but we do know the game too. So listen, like, share, subscribe.
Opinionist, man. We are social medias.
There we go, social media.
This is not Big J journalism, guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you need to start putting that on your stuff. You are a social medias. If you have a channel, you're a social medias.
Yes, that's what we are. It's a new generation, guys.
We here.
We are all made of stars.
Absolutely. So listen, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for all the new subscriptions and everybody that's catching this video on the fly. We appreciate you. Drop anything you want down here, and I'm gonna let my man take us on out how we always do.
You can follow us at Fans Know the Game 2. It's right there at the top. At Instagram, Fans Know the Game 2 on Facebook. You have to get an invite to that though. That's kind of like a
Facebook changed their privacy policy, so anybody can join your group.
Oh wow, I don't know because I'm not on Facebook.
Yeah, so Fans Know the Game 2, TOO if your grammar is proper. And yeah, man, we over there, and we shoot the shit over there too, man. So
third time's a charm. And my name is Green. I am one half of Fans Know the Game 2. You can find me at You Love Garland Green. We like kicking the shit, man. We appreciate y'all. Game on.
You already know what it is, man.
Deuces.
Peace.